talk about speech again. I think in our ordinary lives, we think speech is just, I'm allowed to say what I like, and we blurt out what we think and cross our fingers that it doesn't do too much damage or there's something useful there. But we don't really value it, I don't think, And we know ourselves how painful it is if somebody doesn't believe our words, or especially if somebody doesn't value our words. We're talking and no one pays attention. It's very painful. So how is it part of practice? Well, if I look at the Buddhist, if you look at the Buddhist practices, stages of practice, the very first one is at least begin to discipline, the servants of your mind. The mind's the problem. The mind's where all the happiness is. The mind's where all the suffering is. But the very first level is at least control the servants of the mind, which we control the speech, which is at least don't blurt out everything you feel, which is what harms others. So that really demands discipline. Every day you start the day and you're going to meet that day, you make a decision, You're the beneficiary of this, there's no doubt. And then that enables you then to start to pay attention to your mind. So that's one thing with speech. But the other one is, because we don't pay attention to the mind, we only know what we feel when it blurts out the mouth. But the third problem with the speech is, because of our mind, because we don't value what we think ourselves, we need other people to hear what we think. Then we feel validated. This is one of the worst problems, So these different approaches, just some ideas, just some thoughts, something to think about.